Alright, Stromo is live. Who remembers what's happening?
We're about to have a nice dinner with Shiloh.
What? You guys already had breakfast, Shiloh.
No, we had
Our
breakfast.
dinner.
We're about to have dinner. Well, not about to have dinner. It's still midday.
Yeah. You guys had breakfast, and then went into town for bear claws, and then, uh,
Probably went back to sleep because we were up all night.
yeah, sure. If you guys wanted to head to your respective homes and sleep, that's fine.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Okay. Alright. And you guys want to reconvene once you meet up at Shiloh's again for dinner?
Sure, why not?
I'm sure somebody told Nihilus about going out for dinner.
Of course.
Well,
Yeah.
you were so quick to leave, didn't want to do extra work.
Get why I left so early.
Val asked
Yeah.
you to. You didn't want to help clean up, so Val asked you to go deliver a report.
I also think you were out of spells.
No,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I would have had plenty. I was out of fireballs. That was it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
nothing else was really affecting them that much, so you were just like, all right, guys,
Yeah, I'm out.
have fun storming the castle.
Like they were probably taking a quarter damage total from my fireballs. Most of them.
I think for the most part they just rolled low on saves. So I think they usually took just half damage.
Oh, they would have taken half damage plus their resistance would have cut off more damage.
Well, half damage if quarter damage if they made the save, which was less than half the time. So
True.
still about a third effectiveness isn't great.
Okay. So you guys can meet up at Shiloh's in the afternoon for dinner. Things pretty much normal during the day. Most people are carrying on as if nothing happened the night before. It's about the same effect as like a bad storm rolling through.
It kind of was a bad storm.
Would have been a lot worse if we hadn't been there.
Yeah.
Imagine if I'd been like, no, let's not do it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that would have been bad. We would have lost Shiloh.
Well, Shiloh's in North Honeypot.
Well, all the honeypots would probably have been overrun.
Yeah, given time, yeah.
So what's the Shiloh estate looking like this time of afternoon?
Opulent, but not too opulent.
Yeah, less opulent than previously.
We like to keep it low key. For elves.
You mean the economy likes to
Whoa,
keep it
whoa,
low-key
I'm
for
a
you.
millionaire, not a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, we like to stay connected to our roots, at our core. Yeah, they probably don't have much for like maids anymore or any kind of hired help, except for like maybe like a couple old friends slash they're still like a I don't know, like a Alfred Pennyworth kind of situation, right?
Where I don't need to hire you, but you're a friend, so I'll give you an easy job while you retire.
Yeah. Probably a number of workers that like we've hired on. We tend to be longer lived than most of the lumberjacks.
I mean,
Probably like
somebody has to burn the towels,
it's true.
the guest towels.
Yeah. Saki, don't touch those. Those are the guest towels.
That's for the help.
The manor itself is probably a lot of I don't know, like wood motifs, leaves, forests.
Mind you, wood motifs very expensive. But when you're one of the larger woodcutter companies, kind of get first dibs.
Yeah, it's basically well known that it's a better material to work with than stone.
Excuse you?
I mean, wood's much more expensive than stone.
It's much more expensive. I mean, like stone's okay, I guess, if you can't afford lumber.
Lumber doesn't grow in trees.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember this. Val will remember that.
while it is a an elf family, um, Ned's probably got like a potent barbecue planned. So like very vegetarian dishes and then like barbecued meat.
Fantastic.
I'm curious to like where what's Ned's inspiration for this barbecued meat? Is this something he does normally, or is this like
Oh yeah,
he's like
this is
this is
something he does normally.
okay?
Your butler is awesome.
He
Ned is Shiloh's dad.
yeah, Ned's my dad.
Your butler is awesome.
You don't even know my butler.
Love it.
No,
So-
it's definitely something that Ned picked up once he got away from all the elves, and he realized that like burnt meat is absolutely a delicacy. So he still likes to stay connected to his elven roots, you know. So the side dishes are very elven affairs, uh, cooked plant, you know. Many recipes from the before times.
Something about an elf barbecuing just as humorous to me.
I mean, it is somewhat humorous. I think Ned is perfectly aware of the anachronism.
But it's a delicious anachronism.
And I do wanna point out, wood grilled.
Yeah.
Of course, it's wood grilled.
Of course, Ned would grill.
Wood grilled.
Not only is it wood fired, it's a wood grill.
No.
It's treated wood, so it doesn't burn.
No,
No.
It does burn. Part of the ritual is to lose the grill in the process of making the meat.
You
The
can
grill's
get a new grill
disposable.
The grill's it's the
Look,
ultimate crunchy elf
as
barbecue.
soon as this catches on, wood prices are skyrocketing, and we're back in the big riches.
Yeah.
It's all coming together now.
What, you think
Ugh.
we use the wood we cut down for houses? No.
A lot of it's furniture, actually.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like you can
like
make
wooden
a couch out of
grills.
stone.
Like wooden grills. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
grills are furniture.
I have very little input for this impromptu grill barbecue, this elven barbecue.
Look, you wanted an elven barbecue. Here it is. And Ned is very good at his job.
Yeah, I guess if you don't if you don't want to, we don't have to like talk about it, Leslie.
Oh, you
We
guys
could
can
just say
talk
we had a
about it.
nice dinner with Shiloh and move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I
It
have
is a very nice dinner.
I just figured you guys would have things to talk about with Shiloh.
I mean,
Oh,
we,
I guess
pretty much
I
already
guess
did.
Yeah, all right.
more or less.
I imagine.
Unless you can think of for any reason that Shiloh would have new information pertaining the altered timeline.
I already
Or-
asked that.
Well, yeah,
Or
none of
if-
you allowed me to answer, but I also just don't know if I would know.
I know I at least would have told Shiloh about our trip to the first world.
and I guess does Shiloh have anything like concrete that we could do to assist with the unease between the foreign woodcutters and the druids? Not
Yeah,
the
kill all
dwarves.
scabs.
Yeah, I mean that's
Fuck.
that's legit Ned's take on it, right? Is like these people coming in from out of town, ruining relations with the druids who run the Anfarita. Just let a plague wipe them out, and let Pharasma sort them out.
Be better than all of us dying off. Because if they keep that up, we don't know what the druids are gonna do, but it's not gonna be pretty.
I didn't
Better
expect
them than us.
Shiloh to take that stance, but
Well, it would be said, like almost half joking by
Yeah.
Shiloh, like this is the realistic solution, but no, don't do
I
that.
Turn them
love
all
that.
into trees and let.
I love Ned, this like older elf man, like hyper conservatism just starting to come out. Like,
I picture Ned as like a weird cross between like a lumber magnate with like a crunchy elf.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Crunchy.
Like if fuck, what's his name?
I could help you out if I do anything close to what you were trying to find.
Daniel Plainview.
What?
Like if Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood were like crossed with like a Tolkien elf, right?
Okay,
The
yeah.
trees The trees. Very, very plain spoken about how he wishes things were 200 years ago. There might also be a lot of chiding from because Shiloh's sister's here. There's probably a lot of chiding from the sister about like, Dad, you can't say things like that anymore.
But yeah, as far as the split memory thing, Shiloh, uh, outside of your old party members, no one that Shiloh has hinted this information towards seems to know anything about what he's talking about. And the only other thing that might have stood out to Shiloh is if he goes to the Order of the Bear Claw frequently at all. Marcelli's
Sister, right?
I think it's a sister, yeah. Every time she sees Shiloh anywhere, she tries to get information out of him because he would know that after about a month of Vitaly's being absent, uh, two people from the Righteous showed up and let her know that he was missing in action. Because that's just how long it takes before they classify him as missing in action. And she is like really torn up about it, and she has like a burning hatred for Dina.
How long has it been since we got back? Like 2 months?
Since you guys got back the first time?
Yeah, when we got back from Agorian.
It's something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you guys got lost in the woods for 2 weeks, and it took 2 weeks just to get to West Crown. So it's actually been...
It was 2 weeks to
it's
West
been...
Crown, like 3 days to get, or like a week to get to the woods.
Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks getting lost in the woods. And then it's been...
And then...
who knows how long since then? I mean, if check... It's... let me go look at the calendar.
How long was the boat ride back? Was that another week or so?
Give me a moment. It's been like 2 months. Yeah, something like that.
I'll be right back a second.
All right.
Because it's Pharast the 19th currently. And I want to say that most of that stuff went down in Abydos. Maybe a little sooner. I don't remember where you guys were when the new year started.
Probably out on the road being miserable.
Definitely not in quarantine.
I'll tell you where we weren't. Safe.
So, are the incoming woodcutters, the foreigners, are they organized at all? Do they have a union separate from the existing union? Or is this just
no.
a bunch of freelancers?
It's a bunch of freelancers. It's like it's so woodcutters, they're a tough bunch. Like you gotta have some fortitude to be a woodcutter. For a bunch of reasons. It's, it's dangerous work generally. Um, the I mean, you're not going to hear anything positive out of Ned about these people. He's basically just calling them a bunch of criminals.
He's not a fan.
But like anybody that's just going to show up and start doing this without like observing the proper abeyances is likely to just get attacked on site. Like you start chopping down a tree and you haven't done the proper rites to chop down a tree, you're gonna have to fight for the tree.
And the righteous haven't even put out like a PSA to not piss off the nearby druids.
Well, the people who are doing this are from out of town. And technically, the Anfarita Woods are outside of the jurisdiction of the righteous.
Right, but they
That's
gotta
why
be
it belongs to the
staying
druids.
somewhere. Or
Yeah,
are they
they-
just staying in a camp in the
Okay.
woods?
No, they're staying in Northwest Honeypot. And there's nothing illegal about providing refuge to these people.
Right, but again, maybe a public announcement. You know, one that even the out of towners would hear. If nothing else, a forge at your own risk kind of announcement.
Yeah, it's not just for their own risk though. Like, the city could get shit for that, and the
Yes.
relationship with the druids.
But there needs to be at least some like token resistance from the righteous, or the druids are gonna, well,
Or maybe the
rightly.
situation helps the righteous in some way, so they don't really want to stop it.
I mean, the price of lumber is coming down.
But depending on who you are, that either is or is not a good thing.
Right. It's a complex situation, I promise. There was something else. Oh. Word is gonna reach Val at some point that the Garistro horns were received and work is in progress, but it's gonna take a couple of days to get anything useful out of it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I did donate one of them, so
Yeah. Yeah, you specifically donated one to cover cost on the second one.
I hope they appreciate the free boss weapon. Certainly someone in the order could use it.
Still, it's just got a hint of curses in it.
Just a little cursed.
Only a little.
Yeah, one man's curse is another woman's font of compliments.
So what's our plan for the for a while? Is there anything else going on in the city? Like, would Val and Sophia have been called in for a report, or
Oh, you guys have been drilled and grilled and
I
for
mean, after
weeks.
the attack on
No, after the attack, things are. I mean,
We
they'll
had
want an
all-
official report after after like a
Nihilus
day or
delivers an
so.
unofficial one.
Yeah, because Nihilus already dropped off like an unofficial report.
No,
Just
just
because you
'cause-
guys were first-hand witnesses, you guys would have been called in at some point to give your actual
debriefing.
yeah. Just be like, yo. Um. Other than that, if you want to skip the next couple of days, there is one holiday coming up, which is on Pharast the 20th, which is on a moon day. It is planting week, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then
Is that when we go out and plant the week?
yeah, exactly. It's where you plant a day in hopes to grow weeks.
How far away is that holiday?
Pharast the 20th is the day after you guys are having your dinner at Shiloh's.
Okay. Because what I'd like to do ideally is stick around for a couple of days of the holiday. After we get the weapon, we can head out.
Okay.
Give people some time to break and be with their families before we leave and don't come back for months.
Yeah. It'd be the day after that you would get what has come of the Garistro horn.
Uh-huh.
So what you end up getting looks like they took the Garistro horn, uncurled it, and then somehow elongated it, shoved a haft down the middle. It is a +1 vicious breaking lance. And here, I'm just gonna put it in the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Bop, bop, bop.
You said
Right.
vicious breaking.
Breaking.
Yeah, vicious breaking.
Let's see, vicious.
You take
Oh.
1d6 to deal an extra 2d6.
Ew, that's And then it's also breaking, which means
Bonus damage for sunder.
oh, so that
And-
thing we don't use.
Well,
That's-
for inanimate objects and crystalline creatures.
Oh, guys, I got a pickaxe.
Hey, that could be very useful next time we have to deal with rocks.
Yeah.
It also
if
it
it's-
has an ability attached to it.
a word.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
Ability
can
to invoke the power of
once
the
per day
abyss.
charge and do an extra 2d6 with a plus.
Oh, I'll
4
never use
bonus.
that. You want me to invoke the power of demons? What do I look like, an Iron Warrior?
Use
Never mind. Anyway,
You used these
But
weapons.
you
for
use demon
so
parts
long.
to make a weapon.
well, that's because I want to bash them with their own body parts. I'm like a monster hunter,
Yeah, I mean, sure.
except conscious about the irony.
You should be conscious of the special properties of lances as well.
Yeah, charging.
And the
Plus
entire feat
4.
chain derived from it.
Wow, they actually say you have to be on a mount.
Yeah. It's stupid. Especially with my question: can I substitute the
hang
mount
on,
for?
hang on. I wanna hear Why would running at somebody with a lance
No, you're
be
right.
the same
As
as riding at somebody with a lance?
I get it. You're right as usual. Anyway, can I substitute that for falling damage?
Are we finally gonna get a dragoon?
That's been the plan. I've been practicing jumpomancy since I started this campaign.
I just made my other character a Jumpomancer. It's really easy.
I like to think that Abe was inspired by Soren.
If I
You
can
are.
get high
Oh, yeah.
enough, would
was
you
absolutely
consider a
it.
falling attack to be a charge?
Yeah, sure.
It can already be. That's rules is written.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a straight line.
Yeah.
Good rules.
So it's just like dragoons using the
Specifically,
power of dragons to kill dragons.
specifically
Pacifically.
like a developer.
Specifically.
Yeah, a developer specified that you can make acrobatics during a charge, so you could like charge over a difficult terrain. If you make the acrobatics, you can jump as long as you make the acrobatics, anything like that.
That's scary.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
I can make any acrobatics.
Pacifically.
I can't
So-
make knowledge
Typically.
checks.
Also,
You need to get
if you're
doused in
gonna do
naked
that,
libation.
The specific ocean.
because it's a melee attack, if you have quote unquote high ground, which in the book is defined as your waist being above their head, you get a +1 bonus on the attack.
I do think you have to be like on the ground for that to count. Like you have to have a stationary position over them.
I mean, not stationary. Being mounted on horseback counts.
Does it? I didn't know. I didn't know you get higher ground for being on a horseback.
Yeah, combat while mounted in page 202 of the
Just buy a horse.
handbook, apparently.
Interesting.
When you attack a creature smaller than your mount that is on foot, you get the +1 bonus for being on higher ground.
I don't want a horse.
No, smaller than your mount. So like, if your mount's medium,
So if
it'll
you
be
have
small
a
creature.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nobody but you is gonna have a medium-sized mount.
yeah, most people are playing medium creatures and have large mounts. So medium creatures.
Aren't horses medium? Am I wrong about that?
No, horses
Yes,
are large.
you're incredibly wrong
Okay.
about that.
Yeah.
Have you seen a horse?
It's that halfling bias.
It's the halfling bias. You're all giant freaks.
I mean, a combat trained horse is 110 gold. For a light one.
I can certainly afford it, but I am not a mounted class yet. Don't worry, I'll get my class up soon.
Yeah,
Oh, well, you could ride a horse into combat and then jump off of the horse to get the plunging attack.
Look up branch pounce.
And you can use the horse as like a double jump to clear chasms.
Yoshi it.
Like Yoshi.
Yeah.
Good luck, horse. I never saw that horse again.
And that's why we summon our mounts now.
Yeah, that makes it better.
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
makes it better.
This is the feat I built my other character around. When charging a target by jumping down from above, you can soften your fall with a melee attack, dealing 1d6 damage per 10 feet.
That's a feat.
Fallen. Yeah, branch pounce. It's so wild whenever you get silly with the jump heights.
Wait, how much does it reduce the fall damage by?
So
10 feet shorter, but I mean, just pick up Boots of the Cat for 1,500 gold, so you take minimum damage.
Boots of the cat.
if
so
the
good.
attack hits, deals damage as normal, and you also deal amount of falling damage appropriate to the fall, or appropriate for the fall.
Yeah, I'm playing a Phantom Thief, and I was like, I kind of want to do sneak attack damage again.
Yeah.
So I just picked up this, and now I
Ooh,
do sneak
okay.
attack damage again.
It's not multiplied on a crit.
So
Correct. Sneak attack damage.
it's whatever damage you would have taken from falling.
Basically,
and then
yeah.
then it lists the core rulebook fall damage,
Ooh.
not our modified falling
If your
damage.
attack misses, you land prone in a random square adjacent to the target and automatically take the full amount. Okay, there's just the full amount. Never mind. For a
Which is
second there, I
bad.
was thinking that was max amount. I was like, don't do it.
That would be fucking. That's too much. I don't know. That's
Dude,
only
that's
30
sick.
damage on a 50-foot jump.
Not with these rules.
Not with these rules, my dude. Don't fall.
And then it just says you can still attempt the acrobatics to reduce it by
And you
10
take
feet.
damage. Okay,
Yeah,
you
I've
do take damage as if your fall was 10 feet shorter. Okay.
I've been
But
playing with this for like 3
that
sessions. It's been really fun.
I mean,
You-
that's
you-
always the rule for acrobatics.
And then you can acrobatics to do 10
You
feet
said-
even shorter. So you can drop from 20 feet and take no damage. Dude, that's not bad. 20 feet is
Yeah,
an
no,
extra
I-
3d6.
No. I think it. Oh yeah, you take it as if it's 10 feet shorter, and then you can still do the acrobatics. Okay.
Right.
You talk about a dragoon build. Brother.
Yeah,
It's
this is
here.
the thing you need.
And then you could
Yep.
the leaper's libation potion with wind leaper. But I assume you don't have the skill points to make use of wind
Yeah.
leaper.
You just need something to. You just need a reliable way to jump high after that.
What's this feat called? One more time?
Branch
Wind
pounce.
Branch pounce.
And then
I'm
the
gonna send
second
you-
one is Wind Leaper.
I'm gonna put the wombo
What is
combo in the
wind
Discord.
leaper?
It's a conduit feat. It's amazing. All the
You
conduit feats
reduce
are
your
amazing.
effective weight by half. You gain a
What the fuck is
circumstance.
a conduit feat?
They're based on knowledge planes, and they get more powerful the more knowledge planes you have.
Bruh.
So you use wind. You
Ah,
reduce
this is
your
the
weight
thing that
by
lets you
half.
jump high.
Yeah, that
You're always treated as running start.
Wow.
Basically, your acrobatics DC is the feat, and you jump.
Why
with
didn't
your
you
jump.
tell me about this earlier?
This is literally the
I
2
literally
feats he
just-
needed.
I literally just made this character a few.
Oh
weeks
my
ago.
god!
Hilarious.
This would have changed everything.
Oh, it's so fun. I couldn't recommend it enough.
I know. That's what I've been wanting to do.
It's very feat heavy though. Like you need wind leaper, and you also need to get like the
Acrobatic or something.
the one that lets you use a wind leaper more. There's something that lets you use conduit feats
I mean,
like 5 times more per day or something.
I mean, Wind
And I
Leaper
get to
already
use
gives
energies
you.
from the plane of air. That's so fucking.
Bro,
That's
look at
fine.
all the other conduit feats. It's crazy. What's up?
No, I said that's so Desnan.
Oh, yeah, it is. But yeah, conduit feats, they're so cool. I've always overlooked them, but there's so much potential in them.
You already get to use it equal to your, or a number of times equal to your ranks in knowledge planes.
Yeah.
So you put 5 ranks in knowledge planes.
It's trained only.
And there's another feat that lets you do it an additional 5 times. which
Train
is
does
pretty
not
nifty.
mean it has to be a favorite class bonus. It means
Yeah,
you
just
have
means
to
you have
put
to have
points
points in it.
into it. All knowledges are trained only.
Okay, well, next level up we get.
Take that.
I'm becoming a jumpomancer.
I'll send you what I have on my other character.
I mean, you already.
I have
So-
most of what I need. I just need the 3 skill points.
So what? You need 1 level dip into an archetype of Cavalier to get Spirited Charge.
Yeah, because Cavalier is all about charges.
Well, actually, how do I get access to conduit feats?
Just need the knowledge planes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the only
Holy
prerequisite.
fuck.
Basically, like, attuned to the plane.
And you can use it a number of times per day equal to your knowledge planes rank, so you gotta keep pumping up your knowledge planes every level.
How did I never even know about conduit feats? I've poured over this fucking website.
I know, man. Look at healing hands. It's crazy. I'm
God.
Healers.
This is an entire section that
Yeah, I'm using healer's hands in the other campaign to like basically do 65 healing with a full round action.
That's insane.
Mundane healing.
It
Not-
is
not that
broken, and I love it.
Not that it ever really gets to it that often, but there's totally a conduit feat to just give yourself dimension door.
Dimension door.
is that
the one
flicker
where you-
step.
Yeah.
There's one where you get compression, which is awesome.
because you can take Flicker Step, and then you can go down the Dimensional Dervish feats. So like you
Your-
can be a fighter.
If your
and just start
result
teleporting all over the
exceeds
place.
DC by 10 or more, you add your ranks in knowledge planes to the damage healed.
I'm using that with the heal skill, the heal skill unlocks. So that's doing like 4x healing
Is that
times the
unchained
person's
healing?
level. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. 65 HP healed with like 2 ability damage healed to each ability score.
Yeah,
So,
when
so
was
you
the
give
last
a
time
man a
you
heart
wand?
transplant in the field.
You Kali Ma him and then put the other heart in.
And with this like Wind Leaper feat, I can literally just cover the battlefield in a single turn, so I could be anywhere I need to be to drop mad healing on anyone. It's the best character I've ever made.
I am so fucking jealous right now.
Stupid.
I've been over here doing this within the realms of reasonability, because, you know, you can't actually jump that high with a super high acrobatics.
This
You
man is a
can if you
Path
get
of
the
War character
feats.
feeling limited.
Right.
Oh god, flickering step.
Oh, here I am being reasonable, playing a Path of War character.
I cast Fireball. That's what
Right.
I do.
It's actually pretty great because like I can hold any enemy in place while Vale just sushimis them.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And I'm right there in case anyone gets a boo boo.
Yeah, I'm making grapple checks at like plus fucking 30 something.
Gotta love grapple rules.
Then I just walk up and crit 4 times in a row.
It's pretty great. I get to grapple as a move action, and then I Vital Strike. So if anybody ends their turn in front of me,
I'm just saying, Thomas. 2 levels of kineticist gives you 4x your jump height on acrobatics rolls.
I'm sorry, what?
2 levels, that's all it takes.
just so
Guess
you
who's
know,
multiclassing for the first time ever?
there's a kineticist archetype called Kinetic Knight that's focused purely on shields and summoning elemental weapons.
Or you could just have Kinetic Blasts as a ranged option.
Yeah, but Thomas isn't gonna do that.
That's true.
No, never mind. Okay, so you've changed my world. God, I am such a shit character builder.
Boots of the Cat also best investment.
I was
think-
really proud of Val last combat session. I was like, yeah, I've done it. I've made a good character that's helpful to the party and, you know, still does decent damage.
Hey.
Like, I did
Well,
it.
No, you
and then,
did
She
you did
is.
fine.
Yeah,
There-
she's just
there-
not.
there's
and
a
then Dustin comes
difference.
in and it's like, hey, that thing that you wanted to do, I did it.
Yeah, that's because you don't want a good character. You want something that jumps on people.
You know that like that one gif of that guy that won that bowling tournament where he's like, "Who do you think you are? I am."
Yeah, that's
It's me.
yeah.
I-
What Dustin's trying to say is, who do you think you are? I am.
I made a holy samurai who is giving up samurai things to dual wield. I don't have banner. I don't have a few other things samurai gets. I don't have a mount.
Don't have heavy armor.
Yeah,
But you're dual wielding katanas.
that critted plus at 15.
Not dual wielding katanas.
Wakazashi and katana.
Yeah,
Hold
That
on.
makes sense.
Hold on.
Zaiho's got a full-on daimyo.
Conduit feat for Nihilus. Primal Bloom. As a standard action, create a 50-foot radius spread of primal fey influence centered on yourself.
Yeah, we're
I
hitting,
haven't read the rest of the feat yet.
We're hitting level 10 next level, and I was considering picking that up.
Wait, what's it do?
Wait.
You create a primal
You,
fey
you create
environmental
a
effect.
giant circle that gains the Wild Magic Planar trait, except the DC increases by 5.
And what's the wild magic planar trait?
They didn't link it, so who knows?
It fucks over casters, I believe. Like,
Yeah, the
I
important thing is
read
that
it a while
fucks over
back.
casters.
Look, my feat slots are already very, very taken.
Yeah, it's under the traits of a plane page.
Like, I had to give up an important feat so I can take Fey Obedience at 9th.
The worst part is I have a feat that I've been sitting on because I didn't know what the fuck to take. So it's just like, my character she's just got bonus feet.
Bonus feet.
So
He has bonus feet on his sheet like it's fucking bottom text.
Yeah, it is. I have all my feats categorized by like things I get from being a warlord, bonus feats, maneuvers, gambits, and under warlord I get a bonus feat at level 6, and I'm just like, bonus feat. I don't know what I'm gonna take.
With wild magic, the caster has to beat a caster level check of 15 plus the level of the spell, or else you have to roll on a D100 table
Or
to
you
figure
get-
out the effect of the spell.
Dude,
which
my
would instead be Leslie's.
yeah, 600
602.
something.
So DC
Even
20, or you've
Or
the
who
spell
knows
in
what
the area
happens.
fells.
Yeah.
If the area already has the wild magic planar trait, the DC increases by 10 instead, so 25.
Nasty, honestly.
if I had the points in stealth, I would take branch pounce right now. But I don't get a lot of skill points.
Yeah, it's the downside to some martial classes.
That said,
and
if-
cleric.
What else were you going to use that headband for? Slot for?
I didn't get the headband.
Exactly.
Buy a headband.
Buy a headband. Plus 2
I don't have the money for it
intelligence.
now.
Sell your
Although I do have
spear.
a spear.
Yeah.
You could sell the spear and get more money and buy a headband.
I doubt I would get enough money from the spear to get a
It's
headband.
a +3 weapon.
And you still need the boots of the cat.
You still need the boots of the
That would be a good sell.
Oh man, Dustin.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I
What's
like
up?
my
I
boots
can-
right now.
I
plus
can get
3.
branch pounce on Soren easily.
How's that?
I already qualify for branch pounce.
Oh, just with the prereqs? Yeah, it's an easy get.
I could be an invisible wrestler from the air.
It's
you
free damage. There's no reason not to.
You just sell it for the 9k and then buy a
You
regular
could literally
lance.
RKO people from out of nowhere.
Just buy regular lances.
Yeah, and then I could pick them up and fly back up again at double move speed.
I'm just saying, 2 levels of kineticist.
2 levels of kineticist.
Look,
Maybe just a bit.
kineticist isn't that hard, you know? Not that bad.
Yeah, you just shoot
It's just that
people
I've
with
never
fire.
multi-classed.
I've never multi-classed.
Anyway, should we get back to this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't mind. I'm over here just drinking.
Where were we again? We
Did
were
grab
talking
Well, I
about
picked up.
at
We were about
dinner?
to leave.
Yeah, we were gonna fast forward a couple days.
Sure. Fast forward a couple days. What are you guys doing in a couple of days?
Getting back on the boat and heading back.
Okay.
Has
guys-
everyone bought supplies?
Alrighty, Captain.
I no longer need supplies thanks to our trip here.
I think we spent all of our relevant monies.
Probably.
Not, I still have 175 gold left.
Actually, hang on. Let me get another 2 weeks worth of rations just to toss in the backpack.
Yeah, I'm stocked up on rations.
What's rations like a silver?
It's 5 silver for a day's worth. So it's
So 2 weeks is $7.
2. It's a gold gives you 2, I think.
All right, take my gold. I'll take 2 weeks. Anything else we need? Nope, can't think of everything.
I'm gonna buy also another batch of paper, which is probably like I'm just gonna throw one gold into all of this. A couple more reams of paper, um, some more ink, some colored chalk.
Ah, you're joining the colored chalk team.
I've been on colored chalk team.
Oh,
How many colors you got? I got red, white, and black. Well, it's technically charcoal, but
I've just got charcoal and yellow.
You know what? I'm just gonna buy a small tent.
Amongst the
I-
spellcasters,
Don't buy the tent. I have the Expeditious Pavilion. It has like
Oh, that's right,
multiple
that's right.
rooms.
spellcasters, I have picked up scrolls of Fiery Runes, See Invisibility, and Dark Vision.
Hmm.
At some point during our downtime, if you guys have access to the spells, you can copy them to your spell book.
I'm a sorcerer.
I mean, you have to eat the spell.
No, I don't
No,
get to
he-
do that.
he doesn't get to do that.
You
Darn.
have to
Uh,
eat the spell.
That said, I have to eat the scroll. So
Yes, but I've already copied them into my notebook
said fiery runes, see invisibility.
and Dark Vision.
I can make scrolls if anybody needs them.
The
I
gold
do have an assortment of spells.
prerequisite. I have dark vision.
Okay, cool. I can copy see invisibility, and
So you are eating my See Invisibility scroll.
well, I'm feeding it to my mask technically, but it looks like I'm eating it.
I feel like you just make paper mache and then stick it to the inside of the mask.
Sure, I like that. That works.
I
can't do
don't.
dark
That's
vision,
cursed.
but I can do see invisibility. That said, I can use the scrolls. If you want to give me the fiery runes or any scrolls for that matter, I've got a pretty decent use magic device.
Hold on, let me check. Is Fiery Runes personal?
I know Saki now has a couple
It
fireball
is
scrolls from
weapon
me.
touched until discharged. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to hold on to the scroll,
Yeah, I can hold on to one.
yeah. Do you already have you already seen the dark anyway? So
Here's a question for those that can use magic. Would anyone like a Dispel Magic scroll?
Absolutely, yeah.
I can cast Dispel Magic. I just need the money for it.
How much is
Yeah.
one of those?
Scroll.
It's a 3rd level spell cast at level are we? 7th level.
I think Alchemist is the only quote-unquote spellcaster that can't pick up Dispel Magic.
You could dispel magic just in your stomach, though.
I guess I could cast it at a lower level.
Well, no,
So-
the level doesn't matter for scrolls.
Oh, okay.
Or the caster level doesn't matter. Only the spell level matters.
Oh, I see. So you're looking at 450.
Well, you're the one that's making the scroll.
So it'd be
Right.
half that.
Yeah, so it's half that cost.
So 225.
That's some very cheap Dispel Magic.
Hey, might come in handy.
Oh, undoubtedly. No, I trust me. I understand the value of Dispel Magic. Remember, I played a spellcasting hating gunslinger.
That's true.
I miss Radis.
Yeah, those would be good scrolls to have on hand.
He made a fucking anti-spellcaster gunslinger. He was like, "Oh yeah, if anybody casts a spell near me, I just get an attack of opportunity." It's crazy. First combat he gets in, it's like, "Oh yeah, this guy back here is gonna cast a spell." And I waited. I say it louder for the guys in the back. This guy's gonna cast a spell.
No, I definitely shot.
You did,
Eventually.
eventually.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to make a dispel magic scroll for whoever needs it.
Alright,
Just as long as
I
everybody understands what
have-
a Nihilus scroll looks like.
I'm sure
Well,
it's okay.
A Nihilus scroll looks like a paper mache rat, and to use it, you have to throw the rat.
I love everything that you just said.
See, I imagined it was like multicolored finger paint something or other, but
Finger
That's
le-
fine.
you have to read the scroll, but it's all handprints and rainbows.
Well, the paper mache rat is covered in all kinds of runes, and when you throw it, it lights up like a rainbow.
You gotta hit them with it to make it-
Obviously.
Here, I've already subtracted 225 from my gold,
All right.
and I will take one of these rats and I'm gonna roll it up and I'm gonna wind it into the spring-loaded sheath in my sleeve.
See, is there any? I have quite a number of spells that could be useful. I mean, do you have Stone Shield?
I don't know what spells you have that I can learn.
Right,
It's not many.
No, I don't have many. I have Mage Armor, Shield, Magic Missile, Identify, Stone Shield, Invisibility, Blur, Scorching Ray, Mirror Image, Fireball, Displacement, Dispel Magic. Unless you care about my 0th level spells.
I think I could potentially learn Mage Armor, and I already wear armor, so it does nothing for me.
Okay. I mean, Stone Shield could be useful if you can use it.
I can pick up Stone Shield.
Alright, that's a 1st level. Looking at just.
I already have a +2 shield bonus, so it does nothing. Except block magic missiles.
What, Stone
No,
Shield?
no, no. That's Shield.
At the end, and then that's Shock Shield, sorry.
Yeah, you're looking for Stone Shield.
I have Shock Shield and Stone Fist on my list. That's where I got them confused.
Stone
No,
Shield
I do not have
provides-
Stone Shield.
Stone Shield provides you with cover from an enemy until the beginning of your next turn, granting you a +4 to armor class and a +2 on reflex saves. If the opponent attack misses you by 4 or less, the attack strikes the shield instead.
Yeah, I cannot.
Oh wow,
learn
it's
that.
an immediate action.
Yeah, it's an immediate
Hang on,
action.
Hang on, that's a
Just
first
immediate
level?
action, raise cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Tark
give-
had that
give-
spell.
Give me like 4 of those.
I don't know if scrolls are.
Scrolls probably can't be immediate actions. Just a
Sure.
thought.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think that's the issue there.
Can we just make Boruto scrolls?
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, activating a scroll is a standard action, or the spell's casting time, whichever is longer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh well.
it's a great spell. It's just
Oh yeah.
because,
Hold
like
on.
I said, you guys don't remember this, but Tark had that spell, and it was after. So what happened was we encased a vampire thrall in stone using wall of stone, and summoned an earth elemental. And we were like, earth elementals have earth glide, right? So technically, couldn't it just punch through the stone wall? And it was like, yeah, I guess so. So he's just beating the crap out of that thrall through the stone wall that he just can't do anything about. And then later on, we were fighting an earth elemental, and I tried to throw up a stone wall, and
It
just
punches
like,
in the face.
yeah, it's still hit me.
Got your ass.
Yeah, it was good times.
It's good time. Was council good times.
Oh yeah, council's great.
We were a bunch of bumbling idiots.
Miss those
That's
days.
what made it fun.
when we cared less about the math.
You guys care
Well,
about the math?
I still cared about the math. I just thought I was good at it.
You were not.
Damn.
Now I know I'm not good at it, and even though I know way more.
Now I know to just look on Reddit.
Fucking tassel. The fuck?
Hey, he was.
The monkey was the character.
Except the monkey died.
True.
He came back.
And then he died again.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
So anyway,
It's amazing
And
that
then he became a
Razzy's.
vampire.
It's amazing that Razzy's armadillo and dog have not died yet.
True.
Only because
That's
I haven't remembered their existence.
They're just animals.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
they're
about- what
also
about the
just
rat?
animals.
Oh, the rat can't die.
Well, Nihilus keeps Squeaker stays on Nihilus's person most of the time, so it's non-targetable.
Yeah. And even if it were to take an AoE effect, it comes back the next day.
yeah, but
Also-
you still have that shock.
Yeah. Also, the problem with Razzy's animals is that they're just animals.
Yeah, they just along for the ride.
Yep, and they're also, I mean, the armadillo is tiny, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that one you could say is on Razzy's person,
Yeah, I have
but
a little thing.
Drool is larger than Razzy.
Medium.
Yeah, I'm riding Drool if need be, and if there's a fight, I tell him to fuck off and go find something to roll in.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
not how
there's a big
dogs
difference
do.
between killing a player character's animal when they have like
He's
50
trained.
hit points versus 6 hit points.
I mean, you don't want bringing a regular ass dog onto a battlefield.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, like
He stays in the cart.
like trying to protect dog meat in Fallout 1 doesn't work.
Yeah, you just tell Dogmeat to stay and you go about your adventure.
Also, to be fair, he brought an irregular ass dog onto the battlefield, and his own teammates killed it.
Wait.
An irregular dog, yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that was
Demon
deserved.
dog.
true. Alright. So anyway,
all my supplies.
if you guys are just hopping on a ship on Pharast the 21st, you guys are heading back to Pezak, I assume?
Yep.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
It's going to take 15 days to get there.
Oh, I'm gonna
that's
need more
a-
rations.
Nah, oh, I don't. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't eat anymore.
Let's see. If it's gonna be a 15-day trip,
It's going to take 15 days to get
Wait.
there.
There's room for Boss Man, right?
Excuse me?
The ox.
Yeah, sure. As long as you have rations for him.
Yeah, he's
Take
good.
an extra
Don't worry.
2 gold from me.
How do you not remember Boss Man?
Yeah, so it took a week and a half to get here, to get back to Quarantine from Pezak, but it's because you chartered with a bunch of privateers. The trip back is going to be aboard the famed or infamous, depending on how you feel about him, SS Morone Star.
Son of a
Infamous.
bitch.
The fucking Morone star. Really branched out.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm gonna set the pavilion up anywhere I can on the ship.
Well, there isn't really space for it on the ship because top deck is where dinner and the performances happen. And then below deck, there probably isn't enough room to just deploy that thing.
I'll invite them to have dinner in the pavilion. It's a big pavilion. I don't want it on top deck though. In the
Do you
water.
want them performing in your pavilion?
Yeah, because they have a whole stage set up, and
Nah, that's fair. Okay, I'll forget.
all
about
the shows are written, directed, and starring Captain Morone.
it. I'll weather the elements. Captain Morone, huh?
I feel like you're not remembering Captain Morone.
Or
How
about
could you
him, he
forget
was an
Captain
eccentric.
Morone?
Yeah, I guess I don't.
He was
It's
quite the
Captain Morone.
eccentric.
The
Yeah.
captain.
Hold on. As soon as we got word who our transport was going to be, I would have. I need to
Got
purchase
earplugs?
earplugs and entertainment.
And entertainment. Oof.
Oh, the captain's going to provide plenty of that.
Oh yeah,
No, I'm not.
there's food provided. By the way, it's
Not you.
part of the.
Captain Morone.
So the only thing
So
you
we're
have
gonna
to
meet our
bring is
rations.
you do have to bring food for your animals.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
I'll
they're
offer to help in the shit. What do you call it on a ship? The kitchen, the mess hall.
oh,
The galley.
not necessary. The traveling on the SS Morone Star is considered a luxury by the crew, so they wouldn't have you working in the kitchen.
Right, but I have a +10 to craft cooking, and I could avoid the captain
No,
entirely.
no can do. And if it wasn't made clear previously, dinner is only served top deck, and the entryway back into the lower decks is barred while the performances and dinner are happening.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Fucking Spitz, man.
He makes you watch the show.
Captive
Literally a captive audience.
So, how many days can I get away with just eating trail rations up below deck?
No, you could do it the whole time if you want.
I'm gonna watch the show, but under the mask, I'm asleep.
I
And I
don't
don't
eat.
sleep.
And then he asked for audience participation.
There is so Val, you would notice Val, Nihilus, and Sophia. Well, if Sophia's under deck, then she wouldn't notice. Anybody who watches, there is a new performance, one that is, obviously new, which is that it's a story of how Captain Morone saved an entire ship full of sailors who were being attacked by mer people. Um, he even dove into the water and, uh, using arcane magics, exploded in flames and rose like a phoenix back onto the ship.
And Val asks, "Can we see it?"
Oh, it's part of the show. It's
Oh, he
very.
actually does it.
Oh, he doesn't actually do it. It's very much a dramatization. The wires are very visible.
Is there any audience participation?
No. There's crew participation,
Mandatory.
mandatory, and they seem
Mandatory audience.
they seem happier whenever they're just doing ship things than when they're doing performance things.
I don't know. None of us will enjoy the show. We'll be playing with squeakers all the while, but it's like, hey, it's background noise.
Yeah, maybe it's not that bad.
I'm pretty sure that this isn't the reason these guys got into sailing.
But part of the reason it takes substantially longer to get back to Pezak is, as you will remember, the SS Morone Star does not. It doesn't sail in deep waters.
Yeah, 'cause he's a little bitch.
You can see the shore the entire way.
Yes.
That just makes it more monotonous. Because you know your escape is there, but you just can't reach it.
You can jump off anytime you like.
Can we get
Take
on
me, sweet
Expedia?
death.
It's like when you're in stop and go traffic and there's just a guy walking on the sidewalk and you're
He's
just keeping
outpacing
pace with
you,
him.
yeah. Ugh.
How far is
We've seen
Arcadia?
the
Is that, like,
same.
20 days travel?
It's like a squad of cartographers just mapping the shoreline.
Yeah.
And they
we've-
tip their hats to us.
yeah, they outrun us during the day, and then we catch up overnight. You know, we wave at them around lunchtime every day.
Oh.
You know, the both hands overhead, help, help.
Yeah.
Get us off this ride.
It takes too long.
Help, my head is trying to kill me and I'm trapped inside of it.
Just jotting down his name for true name purposes.
Be right back a second.
Alright.
I've like over the course of the trip, I've collected Captain Fritz's name, an article
lock
of
of
his
his hair.
clothing, a lock of his hair, and an old orange peel, and I've nailed it to the back of the fireplace, right?
Val has witnessed you doing 2 of these things, maybe, and has said nothing.
Suspicious.
No, I've just been like, carry on.
It's not actual curse magic. It's just an old um
Ritual.
it's an old orphanage what did I call it, a rookery, a parliament. It's an old parliament death curse. It's like a child, like a Bloody Mary kind of thing, right? It's not real magic,
It definitely doesn't actually do anything.
but it sends a message.
Yeah, so the Morone Star doesn't actually go into the harbor. Doesn't go into the bay. It docks while it still has access to open ocean when it gets to Pezak.
So I take it we're taking a little. What's the word? Not ferry or shuttle. But
Well,
a smaller ship into land.
no, it'll actually
Okay.
dock, but there's when you guys had left originally, you would have left on a ship that was docked in the harbor, because there's a landmass. There's basically like a little. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said it right. It's a harbor. Hold on.
Putting it nicely.
Well, no. It's like like this, right? With the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An inlet.
Yeah. And then there's a river that goes like this way. I think. Yeah, something like that. But as he docks and helps you guys get most of the stuff off the ship, including, it sounds like Razzie brought the cart.
I can fold it down to 12 inches.
Okay. Yeah, he helps unload the animals.
The whole zoo.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are back in Pezak, and no sooner than you guys fully unload from the ship undocks and begins swiftly sailing back.
To no one's surprise.
Oh, real quick, weird question, but would we use pitch or like that pine tar on the boat?
You are cutting out real bad.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Pitch or
robot.
pine tar on the boat. I mean that's usually what you would use to prevent
seal the
leaks.
boats, yeah.
Yeah. Over the course of time, I've got 5 gold coins that I would have dipped in the pine tar to kind of seal them, so you're not actually touching them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hand each of you a pine tar covered gold coin.
I'm elated.
And with the specific instructions of this is bad money. If you're ever in trouble, give this to them. Don't touch it.
What do you mean, bad money?
It's bad money.
Yep, still elated. So you unwax it and give it to them.
Yeah, you would want to find a way to either unwax it and leave it for them, or I mean, you could even hand it to them and just tell them about the wax.
Or maybe even spin it on a pretty dress.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Saki, no, come back.
Yeah, don't let this out to the public.
It's too late, Father. I've already bought the dress.
Will do.
Yeah, so suffice to say that the possessor of that coin, their likelihoods of a heart attack in the next, let's say, it raised dramatically.
Terribly frightening.
You're a scary motherfucker.
Coming from the person who one-shot the Garistro.
Look, I'm just trying to help.
Curses.
Curses. Tumas.
And how many
So-
of those did you say you handed out?
One to each of us.
Yeah, one to each, you know.
I'm not going to touch that.
Okay.
I will decline.
I'll give the second one to Razzie as well.
That way Razzie can keep one and give one away.
2 dresses.
Meanwhile, we're gonna be walking back to, what's it called?
No, you
The
guys
Hell
going
Knights.
back to Citadel and Farak?
And Farak, yes.
Wow, it took so long for that music to come in. It was just hi-hats for like 20 seconds.
Did I have anything for this? Thought I did. I really thought I did. Okay. Right. I believe it takes about is it a week to get back there? Or was it like 5 days?
It
You
was
said
like,
15 days, right?
no, to walk back to Citadel and Frack.
Ah.
Let's see.
It was 4 or 5 days.
I think
It wasn't
5
that
days.
long.
Yeah, I don't think it was terribly long. I'm pretty sure it was about 5 days. So from here. Okay. Boop. Bop. I imagine you guys take
The same route we took before.
yeah. Okay.
Any problems on the way?
No, seems like it's pretty clear. You guys, you know, you guys will have seen plenty of evidence of basilisks and strix and some other anomalous
Oh.
things, but easy enough to avoid any unnecessary encounters with them. And eventually you guys find your way to the front of... That's not correct either. I'm gonna do this one and then kill off this. Back to the front entrance of Citadel Infrarak.
Well, we know the drill at this point, guys. We don't have to be cautious anymore. We can just head on in.
Who wants to bet that we're still not allowed in?
I mean, we're allowed into the Citadel, we're just not, deeper in.
Exactly.
Well,
Oh, I think at this point, even if it wasn't expedited, they should have our answer by now.
do we want to go in?
Yeah, absolutely. Heading in. We'll
Yep.
take the long walk up to the counter.
Yep. Walk up to the
Uh,
counter. There are two individuals at the front desk. One stops reading his book to address, and the other continues to read.
Yes, Val will introduce herself, say that they put in a request a while back, and they're coming in to check on it. And state that she is with the righteous, technically.
oh, quick question. What were our general instructions on how to interact with the
Yeah, Command never
with
talked
the
to us
house?
about the Hell Knights.
Yeah, like what were we told we should do moving forward about this? Because that question would have come up.
So specifically with the Order of the Gate, proceed with caution, but use your best judgment. Because
Okay.
no one has really interacted with them in recorded history.
Spooky.
Yeah, okay.
Like no one from the righteous anyway, right? There's rumors and information that's been gathered from no one in particular in Pezak. But the one who is assisting will slide forward a form to Val. Say this is just for confirmation of receipt, and he turns to his still reading acquaintance, who gives a slight nod, and then the fellow who's reading stands and is going to relay that the request for extradition was upheld, and the investigation was conducted, and no one matching the description was found within Citadel Infrared.
This could have been an email.
3 weeks to get over here, and it could have
There's
been
a bit of
email.
relief that washes over Val's face. Because while it does put us back to step one, at least her brother isn't in prison as a war criminal. Also, I gave descriptions of their entire squad.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were in here?
That's the official report and it's what's it is what is revealed upon the receipt for you to sign as a matter of completionism.
Sophia, I need you to mark this down.
I mean, I always do, but
Good. I just want to make sure that we have this on record. Okay, well, after Val signs the paperwork, she turns back to the group. I gotta be honest, I don't really know where we should go from here.
I mean, how
Um,
can we even trust them?
To be pretty honest with you on this one, I don't think these guys are the types that would lie just because that would make the paperwork harder.
I mean, I won't deny that, but
you saw how strictly their uh, their student was sticking to guidelines and procedures.
and how easy would it be just to say no, we can't find this person?
Look,
You know
I'm
how
not.
much extra effort they went through just to say they did the procedure? Every
I'm
single step of the way.
I'm not gonna tell you that I don't see where you're coming from, okay? Because I do, and I have my suspicions as well. But this is our first interaction with them in recorded history. I would hope that they wouldn't want to screw it up, just like we wouldn't want to screw it up.
So what then? Do we go back?
Back? No. We have a few different directions we could go from here. Um,
I'll go up to the desk and ask if they have uh, any maps of the surrounding area. If we haven't done that already.
you have to fill out paperwork for that.
Everything here is going to involve paperwork. But like we've got what Pazak over this way, and then whatever place they were recommending over this way, or something like that.
They weren't
But-
recommending the other place. They were recommending stay away from it.
No, they were saying stay away from Pazak.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said there's another place off, I think further north?
It was so there's a mountain range. You have to like go around to get to. Give me a second. Where's my tab?
Again, I'm just trying to put in just waypoints on our map here. Like, do they have any information about what's in this direction?
Oh,
Further inland and further north.
I mean not really. They have a very simplistic map, which shows just the rough area of the mountain ranges, as well as a simple path to Oak Rib Inn, which is up and around the mountain range. Taking special care not to go into the Ravenel Forest.
Which one's Ravenel? Coastline or inland?
Coastline. So you can kind of imagine that, like,
That's in here.
right, you have to
somewhere.
go, like, oh, really?
Like down here, then
You have
over
to kind of go
here,
up
then
and
back up.
around. Right. Whereas Pezak is more like this direction, or whatever.
Right. And do they have they give a reason why they wouldn't go into the woods there?
It's illegal.
You need a permit to go in there.
They just let you know that the Ravenel forests are a very old wood that are they've historically been a dangerous place.
To Val, that reads druids.
You know, knowing how reckless Drix's squad was, what are the odds that's the first place they went?
She,
I mean,
yeah, okay, I don't really have a counterpoint to that.
the only cartographer sigils you guys found were the one outside on the ground and one near the entrance carved into the stonework.
And there's not one outside that says, we went this way?
And the one that was carved into stonework basically meant weird magic fucky shit here.
It's the same. It's the same sigils that were on the
On the woods
on the woods. Yeah, out in the trees.
of entered here.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
But the one on the ground was specifically like directly under where Bragg was whenever he left.
Exactly where I told him to put it. What do you guys think?
Who's best at perceiving?
At receiving?
Who's got good
perceiving.
eyes? Who's got good eyes?
Eyes specifically, I have a plus 16.
Mine's okay. Let me see. Probably not that high. Yeah, only plus 13 here.
Yeah, only plus 13.
You know, comparatively.
Okay, Sophia, it is.
That Taz could borrow my lens of detection, and for
Sorry.
plus 5,
Never heard of him.
eye slot
That-
item.
That's okay. Sophia will do just fine.
Below average.
16's all right.
What are you trying to perceive?
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening right now. People just rolling dice.
I mean, he asked me to look, so I looked. What am I looking at?
I don't need you to look yet. Hang on. Sophia, come this way. I'm gonna take out a small piece of brick, and I'm gonna crush it up.
Hey
And
Sophia, what's red and bad for your teeth?
I'm gonna crush it up, and I'm gonna light it on fire, and I'm gonna waft the fumes towards Sophia as I speak in Celestial.
Neat, what are you saying?
I'm asking the I'm casting the spell Ears of the City.
Oh, here we go.
We're gonna try to see if doing this outside, by the way. I don't know if that was specified, like not inside the fucking lobby, but outside. In fact, honestly, let's do it right on top of the the cartographer's sigil.
Okay. And Sophia has also seen Drix and his squad now. So that should help.
And I'm gonna ask that Sophia voluntarily fail a will save.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll trust
spooky.
you, Mr. Curse Master.
I
Yeah.
would never curse you guys.
Mr. Curse Necromancer lawyer.
So skeleton hands come up from the ground.
So voluntarily,
Skeleton hands come
Yeah.
up from the ground. So you inhale the smoke, and
I trust that this won't give me cancer.
a stream of past scenes and pieces of conversation relating to local people and events flash past you. You need to look with your special eyes to see if you can see anything cartographer related amidst the chaos.
To local people?
I'm
Local
trying
people.
here. Local events is my emphasis here.
Yeah, I guess I will look for whatever direction.
A party of fucking righteous military wings showing up in a teleporting brass egg, I feel qualifies as an event if it were witnessed by the local area, being the Citadel, etc.
And I take it I'm just looking for what general direction did they head after this?
We're hoping that that was enough of an event for you to be able to catch people talking about it, seeing it, witnessing it, or gleaning some aspect of information of this before the brick hits your brain.
I'm sure that anything more eventful than the morning newspaper arriving would be recorded by the guy at the front door.
You're probably not incorrect.
Either way, Leslie? Question mark?
So the flashes are so brief that it's impossible to identify individual people or places, which is like so brutal.
Yeah, I'm trying to lean heavily in on like not well, it's not recognizing the individual cartographers like her brother, but it's recognizing like, oh, cartographers showed up. A
So
brass egg.
you get the couple of scenes you get is first off, you do hear a warble and a pop here. And a brief flash of, is this the place? Followed by a brief flash of someone opening the giant, or the big double doors and saying, oh yeah, this is the place. And then another brief scene of someone carving something into the ground.
We do get
And that's
7 rounds of this.
Yeah, but there's just not 7 rounds of data.
I mean that's fair. I was just giving you the
Do I
telling you
see
the
them
mechanics.
leaving at any point?
I mean, the next few scenes you get is another warble and a pop, and then you hear a familiar voice from a blurred individual quickly that's like, this is the mark.
Which would be us.
Followed by basically a short snippet of
We can't go in there, they'll kill us.
yeah, and then Kurg leading you guys away.
Okay, so no new information.
As far as you can tell, they never left.
Yeah,
So I guess
actually, they.
would this be knowledge arcana or spellcraft to know uh does it strictly apply to things witnessed by the locals? Or
Give me an Arcana. Okay. So, Sophia, you know that this spell usually has kind of a wider net. As far as divination spells go, this isn't like this isn't a surgeon's scalpel. This is like a guillotine. You know what I mean? It's like I'm looking for a specific thing, but
it's
from
to
whoever
whom
I
it
can.
may concern.
Right. And it's usually like citywide. The fact that you didn't get anything from anywhere inside those doors, the lack of information is also information.
Yeah, usually the
Uh,
parameters of this spell are a lot.
As in, we might have different results if we did it inside the doors,
Um,
or that inside the doors is potentially warded against divination.
Potentially.
Potentially, it's absolutely ward against divination. It's a good try, though.
That's okay. We're only down a first level spell.
Those don't grow on trees, you know.
Uh,
If they did, they'd be more expensive.
Not right now.
be a lot more expensive. Yeah, wands in this universe look a little bit slimmer than usual.
Don't you wand shame my universe?
Damn.
Just saving funds. They're more like enchanted sticks.
Bro, they were already that. Pam had all of Pam's wands were just sticks that she was like enchanting.
Oh man, it's true. Well, do we want to kick down the doors?
Shatters the doors into millions of pieces. It was never
Well,
locked.
Saki has a bunch of fireballs, and I have a bunch of fireballs, so
As much as I love everything that you guys are saying right now, and I do, believe me, I don't think we'd win that. And I can't save my brother if we're dead.
as far as we can tell, your brother's in there.
I don't.
You heard what
We-
Sophia said. We never. She never saw them leave.
We want to do one last canvas of the local area for any other signs of travel.
Might be our best bet before we storm the castle.
All right, do it.
Technically, I think you're our survivalist.
Barely.
I have a 1. You want me to throw it?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Can I assist?
I have a
What are you
plus
guys
9.
trying to do?
Search the local woods for like any other signs.
Yeah, sure. Give me a survival check.
I threw out a perception if that helps.
I rolled low.
Yeah. I mean, these woods are untamed.
Oh,
and,
got an assist.
So we're up to 16.
yeah, it's not. even if they camped in the last week or so, with the state of these woods, you would have no
Would
way
not
of knowing, right?
have anything to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have made Nihilus do it.
No, I did it on my own. There, how's that?
Damn.
Poverty stricken gave you a +1.
No, it gives him +4. Class skill
Oh yeah,
now.
class skill, beautiful. I'm just saying, before we jump to anything, Brash, let's get one final canvas of like, did they leave? Maybe we didn't check far enough in the woods, you know.
Like,
Yeah, I'm with you. I
do the
don't want
gate
to storm the
not-
castle.
Do the gate not make people sign in and sign out?
Well, I'm sure they do, unless they're trying to hide somebody.
You can check in anytime you like. But you can
Once
never
you're
leave.
here, you
Your
have to fill
family.
out form 14C before you can leave.
But I don't wanna. It's long and complicated.
Oh no, that's not long. 16A-4 is.
Which is a prerequisite.
Now, this is funny because I just had to fill out a bunch of new patient paperwork. It reminds me of that.
Sorry to hear that.
Why are you asking for all this information again? Didn't I just put that on the previous form?
It's,
Can't
you
you
know,
just take my ID, insurance, and credit card and be done?
no. No, fill out the forms.
Oh, we also need
Submit
the
your resume. All right, now put all the information that's in your resume in these forms.
So did Nihilus find anything?
I mean, Nihilus would have at least found turn trip.
Okay, at least Kurg made it back.
So are there any trails or obvious paths other than the one we took to Pizak?
I mean, there's one that leads further into the mountain. Otherwise, you'd have to like scale or descend a cliffside.
Like further into the mountain, north or south or otherwise?
Otherwise, the mountains run north south, so the it's like north northeast and south southwest. So you'd be going mostly
That way.
east.
That's the path that must lead to the other place.
And you'd be scaling the mountain, basically.
Right.
It's all uphill when you start heading east.
Well, no breadcrumbs, so what do you say, Captain?
You're basically asking me to start a war.
Well, what did Command
Or
have
we
to
pick
say
a
about
direction
this?
and we start walking.
All
mean-
Command said about this situation was to be cautious, but, carry on.
Well, despite the danger, there is still a place they mentioned that we haven't looked. That's that, what was it? Motel place they mentioned?
Motel place.
The inn.
Yeah.
So that's one that they said we'd have to go out to the west, then cut north, then go back into the east.
We never went there, and that's literally the last place to check. So, Captain, we can go there, or we can force our way in.
Then we'll go
Which
there.
Since I said that, they probably know we're thinking that.
They've known that we were thinking that since we came in.
That's true.
Look, let's just be honest with ourselves. Anything that we know, they probably know already. They have power in this situation. They're not threatened by us.
At least Kurg made it back.
Hey, Kirk doesn't seem like the most rigid of acolytes. Maybe we can make a request to see Kurg and have Kurg investigate on our behalves.
I could try and talk to him.
Just ask, hey, maybe he can just tell us something.
Why don't we check out the inn first and then see about, turning somebody traitor.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And I'd much rather do that than... Look, I'll do
Storm
what
the
I have
castle.
to. I will do what I have to.
Oh, I know
I'd
that
rather
feeling.
you guys not get involved, but...
Wait, I would space out for a second there. What was the thing? Were you guys trying to talk about Kirk for?
No, talk to Kurg about, I don't know, maybe
Getting him to investigate, but that's for later.
right, and then we'd also have to justify that to a stickler for the rules as trust but verify. And it sounds like the Order of the Gate teaches them trust and do not deviate.
Oh no, I'm pretty good at diplomacy. Why don't we check out that inn first?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I guess we'll do that.
Time to fight more basilisks and strix. And chaos beasts.
Well, if it's something to vent frustration on, I'll take it.
Idea. I'd love some things to fireball.
So,
Oh.
do you need survival check again?
Yeah, sure. Let's go to survival check just to see how the travel goes.
Or... It goes okay.
It goes okay. You guys are much more wary of the endemic life here. So you guys are going to Oak Rib Inn?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Remind me, did we determine we had to select the effect of Bestow Curse at the time of storing?
I thought so, right?
Okay.
I feel thematically that's how I want it to happen anyways.
Okay. For the record, it's the strength penalty.
On
Is
your
what I had.
armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it took that. What was the 16? Okay. Gotcha. Boop. After a number of days, you guys would end up finding your way to Oak Rib Inn. The arrival is not what you were expecting, almost certainly, because it's not an inn. It is like it's a resort. It's just straight up a resort.
I don't trust this.
It's like a whole ass like place. Like it's like a city, basically. It's a small town, but the whole thing is just for pampering.
I mean, in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah, I mean
With-
there's a river that flows into this place, and it looks like travel by river is the way that you would get to this place.
Is there like a kitschy theme of some sort?
It's like um I guess for our own like imaginings of it, it's like Greek, I guess. Lots of like marble
Oh,
pillars.
yeah, just like grapes on stems.
Yeah.
Just hedonism everywhere.
Hey, that was Rome.
They're like the same thing.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
No, there was a lot of that in Greece too.
Yes, but they disguised it better.
But yeah, if you guys head in through the main entryway, there are plenty of people. Like it's a bustling place. Um, that you
We're going
feel
to the
under
orgy later.
all everyone except for Saki probably feels underdressed.
I don't know.
Yeah, we got-
Nihilus is pretty fancy.
Oh yeah, okay, fair. Everyone except for Saki feels like they're underdressed. In Nihilus's specific case, he feels overdressed perpetually. But there's like a well-to-do looking dwarven man with a very well-groomed beard behind the counter who sees all of you enter, and he seems like he's just observing you, waiting for you to walk up to the front desk so that he can
Politely tell us to leave.
yeah, so he can politely tell you to leave. That's about right.
I'll go over and talk to him.
Our gold is just as good as anybody else's.
I
They have
suggest
enough to say
we,
no.
We just walk into the lobby, don't approach the desk, and begin spell casting in the lobby.
I'll go
So,
over and talk to
like
him.
we usually do.
Okay.
Just give him
what do you-
like a two-finger salute. Say, hey, how you doing?
Oh, greetings, sir. Did you have an appointment?
Unfortunately, no appointment. But I'm afraid we're actually looking for somebody.
Not many people come here to be found, sir.
I can understand that, but this person has been missing for a rather long time. Him and his entire team.
His
We
entire
simply want to know if he stopped by here.
team. We can check records. If you have their um, full legal name, perhaps payment method, account number, anything of that sort.
Nihilus will call
Their
Val
social
over.
security number, previous addresses.
Val
and
will
the
provide
paychecks.
name, and she will also state that this is official business with the righteous. Record scratch.
Yeah, he's looking through some paperwork. When you give him the name, and when you say with the righteous, without missing a beat and without stopping his search, he just says who?
I like the sound of that.
Good on you.
Val and Nihilus are just like, oh, thank God.
flashing the
Chaotic goods
badge.
unite.
Flashing a badge. He thinks you're showing him like pictures of your children. He's just not paying attention. Says, it doesn't seem like your missing person is a patron here.
She'll also list off the names of the rest of the squad. So it's not just Drix, it's all of them.
Did you happen to have their last names?
Yes. What? Are you kidding me? Fine, I'll do it myself. Oh God, no, I don't. Nope. Nope.
I feel like we would at least know the captain and chroniclers.
Rasa and Ravina.
Rasa and Ravina. Something.
Well, I'm sure Sophia would probably have Rasa and Rufina's last name.
Right. If the information was available, I would have made note of it.
Oh my God.
I don't feel like hunting it down, but the guy doesn't have record of them here.
Well, it was worth a try.
Well, Val, we came here, we searched, and found nothing, so what's next?
I don't know. What time is it right now?
It's probably midday.
Why don't we settle down for lunch, and I'll think about it for a while.
Hey, Counterman, how much is it to stay for a couple hours?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Give me 1 second. Ooh, low roll.
Oh, that low 25.
Yeah, low 25. he's almost confused at the question, like the idea of just staying for a few hours. Because it's obvious this place is like way out of the way. Like it's not at the edge of a town or anything. It's like this is a place to
destination.
go away.
It's like you went to the Galapagos.
Yeah, exactly. You just showed up in Hawaii and you're like, how long to stay for a few hours? It's like, sir, how did you get here? What are you?
You drove?
Yeah.
No, we walked.
He says you're
Jesus?
you're welcome to stay in the lobby as long as none of the guests are make any fuss.
Well,
So-
I appreciate that. You are. I'm gonna give you a gold coin. I know that's not much, but
Oh no.
Val,
Oh no.
Val chokes back laughter.
Is it covered in tar?
no. I will tip him a gold coin. It'd be like, yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
wealthy.
is that all?
Yeah, I mean he'll accept the gold coin. He seems it's not like it's gonna change his whole life, but he definitely appreciates it.
Yeah, then I guess.
So, what time of day is it that we're getting in here? Like, was this a multi-day travel or?
Oh,
just...
it's a multi-day travel for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so are we coming in by midday or?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'd imagine. I feel like if you guys got close during the night, you would have powered through, but
So, does it make sense for us then to stay here for the night and see what transportation options are available? Because you said most transportation would be by river.
there's a river that flows into the place, and it looks like imagine uh, like the guarded, gated communities.
Mhm.
There are boats that like come down the river and they stop at uh, like a front gate. And some guy talks to a guard there, and they let the boat on through. And you see boats leaving, much the same fashion.
Right. So, yeah, I guess I'll ask the guy at the counter, what settlements or towns the rivers connect to. What areas are available for travel?
So upriver, there are a few things. So, uh, the most important one is the Ravusa ditches, which is um, it's like Venice but less permanent. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
Imagine houseboats that are just fine if the water dries up in a floodplain, and then they just become houses. But then when it floods again, they continue to be houseboats. Um, if you go further north from there, you get to White Rock, which is uh, it's a little city that specializes in stonework and uh, is pretty much run by a noble house.
All right. Yeah, I'll thank him for the information and ask how much it would be to get a few rooms for the night, because we're not setting up a tent in his lobby.
Aw.
He regrets to inform you that without a reservation, it won't be possible to fit you in, but you're welcome to take your tent off of the property.
That's a nice way of saying get the fuck out, please. You're ruining the vibe.
I mean, it's one of those things where like this whole lobby that you're in, uh, that has uh, like floor to ceiling clear glass windows, bunch of art pieces. You realize that everybody who shows up here just takes a boat past the gate. So like no one, who is this room for? Why? Why? It's just here.
It's an excellent question.
It's just a room they don't even need. Paying people.
For jobs that they don't need.
Yes.
So the filthy rich version of
Yeah, there's a
uh,
guy
uh,
playing a harp in the center front area. They just have a bard on staff playing music in a room that none of the guests will ever go in.
friend is being awfully inhospitable.
That's because we
Yeah.
don't have enough money,
He
or we don't look like we have enough money.
sure is lucky that I did not take one of those coins.
They just slide him a sticky gold coin.
Pick this up off the ground. You can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it sticks to the desk, you still gotta remove it.
Well, yeah, I'll go back to the group and inform them of White Rock further north,
That sounds nice.
a place that specializes in stoneworking.
Well, now you've said the magic word.
Okay, my personal interest aside, you think I'm
Right.
bad? Drix is even worse.
Yeah, with a name
All
like
the more
White
reason
Rock,
to go looking.
with a name like White Rock, you imagine that, you know, it's probably where most of this marble bullshit comes from.
Right, and like I said, if Drix is even more invested in stones than you are, what are the odds that they went that way?
Sounds pretty good.
Well, it's a better option than storming the gates.
We can storm the gates when we have more information.
And more people.
Yeah. I doubt 6 people would make it very far.
I don't know. We're kind of powerful.
Famous last words.
Yeah, it's been a while. But you all hear a familiar voice resonating in this lobby area. It says, "Ah, finally, the type of luxury I deserve."
No.
No, 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 no. We were free.
Is this our captain?
No, it is an upright and properly postured rodent.
I stand by what I said.
What's
Oh,
Sire doing here?
my sweet sapling, have you bought this place just for me, as a surprise for my return?
I'm
What are you
afraid not.
smoking?
I wouldn't have the gold to purchase this place, no matter how strongly I dreamed.
I think you're underselling the strength of your dreams.
I'm sure I am, but I'm not quite at that point yet.
Sire, sorry to interrupt, but that gentleman over by the counter is he does not want to allow us inside.
The rapscallion.
Have you tried bribing?
Well, I did see coin change hand.
I don't think a gold is enough to bribe him.
I don't think he wants for money.
Then you simply just find out what he wants.
Of course. It's so simple.
Well then,
On
should
a
I go ask him?
on another note, where are we?
We are at a resort
Oh,
in the mountain range, far from where we usually go.
that's lovely. I feel like,
We're here on business.
oh,
We're always here on business.
but why?
Because life is terrible.
Because they don't expect people here on business.
We're still trying to find Val's brother and his team. We thought this was the next best place to look.
This sounds like something I would suggest.
Well, I did suggest it.
That works on so many levels, and I love
I
it.
know it does.
Just hear Val groaning.
Whew. Killing me. This is... Well then, let's figure out what it takes to bribe this man.
You know what? Have fun with that. Also, I'm pretty sure that they're not letting us in not because we're broke, but because we don't have a boat.
You should buy a boat.
Possibly it's because we're filthy.
That could also have something to do with it.
I mean, you guys smell like outside.
Yeah, it's called work.
Well, that's exactly why we're not being let in.
And exactly why we need to be let into the baths.
There's always prestidigitation.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll just go ahead and use that on everybody.
I mean, Val didn't really care. But thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, wait, someone actually has that.
Yes. No one ever asks for it, and I often forget I have it.
Pretty much the only reason.
I assume at this point that would probably be a fairly regular thing. Just, oh, hasn't
well,
rained in a couple of days. We all stink.
I often assume I use it on myself, but nobody asks for it, so it's like, why would I use it on you?
Asking the correct questions here.
I keep regularly clean myself. There's a bath in the cottage.
I forget that.
I'm pretty sure there's... Is there a bath in the Dustin tent?
No, no
Oh.
bath.
Not what the cottage wins.
See, I keep walking into places thinking we've got like weeks of road muck all over ourselves.
Just everywhere you go, just...
You travel with entirely too many nobles to do that.
Well, now
You're right.
everybody looks clean.
What's the thing called?
Yeah, how's this guy react to us being clean?
Did Dustin bring his ox?
Oh yeah.
Damn it, Dustin.
Yeah, the ox
So
is
Razzie
here.
has led the ox, the armadillo, the dog,
Yeah, they all smell great.
and
Like
they
nothing
are
at all.
all in the lobby. I take it.
Yeah, ox just in the lobby.
They could be wherever this guy wants them to be.
Just ox lobby.
Or where he doesn't want them to be.
Yeah, we need to remember Dustin's animals.
They're powerful tools.
Yes.
Like I'm at the counter asking if we can stay the night, and the ox is just shitting on the floor in the lobby.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, just prestidigitate that shit away.
All right.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Maybe to the less perceptive people, there's definitely a service animal vest on it.
Service.
I don't think those exist here.
Moo.
This is my service ox, my service armadillo, my service dog. I'm a very anxious person.
Well, it's an emotional support armadillo.
Like the vest has service misspelled on it.
Sursif.
Like it was hastily written as an afterthought.
Clearly handwritten on the vest. Like one of the letters is peeling off.
Are we really about to try and bribe this guy?
I mean, do you have a better plan?
All right, good point. Go for it.
It's more about
Look, stick me outside of a
chartering
battle
and-
situation, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Silas will approach the counter, like, assuming nobody else is there, and just ask straight to the man's face, look, we need just a night. What can we do to get that?
Wink.
Like, how much do you want? What do you want? We walked here. Now, we're all clean now. Just need a minute to rest. What can we do? Oof. Is that a 1?
It was a 5, I believe.
Yeah, it's a 5.
I'm drunk, so I can't read numbers.
That's still a 23, right?
Yeah, it's
Still
pretty good.
really good.
That's still pretty good. That's better than I could do.
Look, if we get through
So-
the front doors,
Okay, give me another diplomacy real quick.
Sure thing.
Okay.
That said, if this doesn't work, we don't have to leave here empty-handed.
So now as you ask him the question, right? What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And the dwarven man says, well, what can you offer? And before you can respond, Sire says, anything. Taken aback by the talking rat. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this sort of trickery. But did you say anything? What do you mean anything?
Well, anything that our small adventurous team is capable of performing.
Nihilus, don't undersell it like that. You have Fey nobility on your shoulder.
That is true. I am Fey nobility.
Oh, this is Val. Val takes his seat and leans back. Oh, this is gonna go great. I am looking forward to everything that's about to happen.
Oh,
My dad works on the first world.
okay. Unfortunate. Um. he's gonna inquire. Well, what kind of accoutrement would you need? What kind of accommodations are you looking for?
Just a room for us, or at least a couple rooms for us to rest, relax, get cleaned up for a night.
Stable
And
if you
just,
have it.
yeah.
Yeah, put
What-
them in the stable with the other boats.
Their boats.
I mean, we've been we're dealing with Citadel Infrac, trying to find somebody that we have no leads on. We're just at our wits' end. We need to take a minute. I mean, can you agree to
Citadel.
that? Just like,
What business have you at Citadel Infrac? You don't look like the sort.
oh, we're not, but the friends of ours, they seem to have been there. They're not anymore. We don't know. We're just trying to find them. That's why we came here. We thought, they might have come here at some point. We're just at our wits' end.
He looks over the group, says, puts up a very the daintiest dwarf hand, just for a moment, says, "Okay, I'm gonna cobble something together. Um, the ox has to stay outside.
Oh, he'll be fine outside.
Okay, I will
Okay.
personally see to the ox."
You know they naturally live outside.
Nihilus, give me a sense motive.
Sure thing.
He's gonna steal your ox.
I'm not too terrible at that.
Yeah, Nihilus. You know what? I'm gonna whisper you.
Alrighty.
Throw it to you in Discord.
You know, in the back of my head, I'm thinking this guy's already hit the silent alarm. He's just stalling.
Nihilus just kind of looks at the guy and
You can
just
do what
says,
you will with that info.
Razzie, I know you probably want a room, but I think you should stay with your ox.
Oh, I don't mind doing that either. I need to get the stink back on me anyway.
Just trust me on this.
Says, there's no need. I can see that the ox is tended to while you're.
Oh, I'd still appreciate that. It's just I'd feel comfortable if the ox wasn't without her, his owner.
I'll whisper to the dwarf. It's actually an oxen air.
It's a what? An
Oxen
oxen
air.
air. What's it an air to?
We're a whole group of airs.
Yeah. Sounds like you're putting on airs. Whew. Okay. So is everybody? So just Razzie is going to stay outside. I'm assuming in the tent with the ox.
I will stay as well. This tosh posh shit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
It ain't me.
The ox could come in the tent. It's huge. It's like 30 feet. It has 4 rooms.
It's a big ox.
It's a decent sized ox.
Most oxen only use one room.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody else is gonna get eventually escorted to what is being treated like a mother-in-law suite which is actually like a small castle.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah. Sire, uh, Sire is going to, he's yucking it up with the castle. Says it's small, but it's your first castle. It's fine.
It'll have to do.
The dwarf that drops you guys off over there, he lets you know that you won't have any servants here. You'll have to run your own baths.
Oh, the humanity.
I think we'll manage, but thank you.
And then he leaves you guys to it.
How much is a hold on one second.
Can't
Silas
just,
will-
25 gold for a scroll of unseen servant.
Just
did
to
you ever-
summon a serpent.
Did you have a plan for this?
Just to
That's
prove
plain
the
enough,
guy
right?
wrong.
Nihilus will inform those that are in the room. Look, the reason I said Razzie to stay with the ox is because I don't know what that guy was going to do to the ox, but he had a thing for the ox.
Oh no.
I
I'd say
know.
you made the right call.
Yeah, I know Razzie likes her animals, and
I don't think
and
she
that's
likes them that much.
So Sophia just has a look of horror and disgust.
appropriate response.
that is literally the sense I got from that guy.
What table did you roll on to assign these NPCs personalities?
So I had to figure out what it would take to bribe him. So the first
And
thing
it's apparently an ox.
it's it's an ox. And gonna say he's probably feeling pretty cheated right about now. Cuz he thought he was gonna get away with it.
But I managed to roll a 20 on that sense motive.
Yep. Oh, terrible.
So
But
we're gonna
no,
kill that guy, right?
the first yeah, it's
Don't worry, I've got something for him on our way out.
it's a gold coin.
Oh wait, I'm not there. I can't.
Yeah.
He's not good enough for the coin.
Damn,
What he's not.
not good enough for the
I mean,
coin.
he gave us a room still. He may be
Gave us
feeling
a
cheated,
room.
but he gave us a room.
Don't worry.
So you guys just gonna clean up and bed in?
Yeah.
But you guys have like a whole day. It's still like early afternoon by the time you guys are all cleaned up.
Well, Val's got a lot to think about.
Do we want to investigate? Like, I mean, he told us, but like,
What if
I
what
guess-
if it's like just the type of resort it is?
Guess we could look around at least the public spaces for any of the cartographer marks.
certainly couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
think we run. Here's the city again. See if they ever made it into the lobby.
Be right back.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
absolutely can.
Is Sophia doing it again?
Sure. So
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a quick perception check.
all right. So once again, looking for, say, groups of people coming in through the, or rather, anyone actually using the that front lobby for something other than collecting a paycheck.
So you hear a lot of information, right? You gather a lot of information. None of it is relevant. Just like the things people talk about that they think are relevant are so irrelevant. They're so like it's all like backbiting, like oh, Becky's husband's cheating on her with Alice's wife, and it's just ridiculous. It's
Oh,
like,
I'm so rich.
yeah, exactly. Ooh, all my money bags are too expensive. It's
Carrying all this
Frankly,
money is so
disgusting.
heavy.
yeah. Oh my, you know, the servant that feeds me grapes. He says his arm gets tired. It's
And his servant wants a raise.
yeah, yeah.
My servant wants pay.
Yeah, it's so irrelevant. People talking about having slightly more expensive boats than the other people.
So absolutely nothing about outsiders except for this week's social outsider.
Right, exactly. It's like it's unfortunate that like sometimes you wish you could unlearn the things you've learned from this spell.
Anything about that dwarf?
Um, roll me another perception check.
Sure. How many of these are prepared?
Well, I think you get a D4 hours.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 35. Are you trying to learn stuff about that dwarf?
No,
Okay.
no. Um,
Nothing good could come of it.
what I want to listen for is, I don't know. I guess the closest thing would be idle chatter about filthy commoners
Oh,
at the
there's
front door.
okay. Not at the front door, but you do get idle chitter, like
Oh,
chatter about commoners.
yeah, no, I got that the first time.
Yeah, there are people complaining that they have to
I'm
um
back.
that the
Share breathing air with
well
commoners.
that the boat has to pass through the Ravusa ditches. Like, why can't they just dig another river that avoids the Ravusa ditches?
No, why can't the commoners dig another river?
That's who they are.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like this place is um devoid of real problems, except for um, 1 second. I had this pulled up a second ago. I know I did. Except for stirrings of like scuttlebutt of the help complaining about dangerous things coming from the south.
Okay, and hold on, it was 1d4 rounds or guesses or something?
It's 7 rounds, and each round is as
Is
though
one
you
question.
spent 1d4 hours
Okay.
investigating the topic or whatever.
Okay. So now I'll look into the things from the dangerous things from the south, more specifically.
Okay. So the bits you can actually pick up that are relevant to this are from the servants that work here, talking about people who stop showing up for work, and you know, some of it is like, oh, well, they probably just quit, and getting retorts like they like their job.
I suppose it's nice to like your job.
So people just disappearing, but no word on why or how
Yeah, and
or
like in
any
general,
relation between them.
yeah, and like it's one of those things where you get the feeling that if somebody, well, if someone who worked here went missing, um, like unless someone came looking for them, who cares? This is roughly the, you know what I mean? Like,
Where's Antoine with my wine?
yeah, exactly. Just as long as someone shows up with the wine,
Doesn't matter, but
yeah.
um,
This place
I, s-
sucks.
is
I s-
there a way for me to phrase it to get any information linking the missing people, or is that just outside the scope of the spell?
Trim for the duration, blah blah blah. You can do a diplomacy check. I mean, you can just try to gather information relevant to whatever.
Yeah, because if we've got or I guess how
You still
recent
got
is this? Is this continuous, or is this did this stop 8 months ago? Or how long has it been going on? That kind of thing.
it's it seems it's 22. It seems infrequent. It's not something that happens often, but it's also like over a long enough period of time. It's one of those. If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 20 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened that often.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess I got 3 more. Did did all of the people who went missing share a role or anything, or a point of contact?
So one thing that is noticed with a 31 is that the people who went missing were typically on the southern side of the resort, which is the furthest in, and almost entirely people who worked on night shifts.
Mm. Uh, Not part of the spell. Which part of the resort are we staying in?
Uh, you guys are staying near the front of the resort.
So like north,
It's
west,
like
east.
northwest.
Okay,
So you can think of the resort as like being nested like this.
got it. So we all know the drill by now. We probably would have discussed questions beforehand. Did we have any others that you guys would have had prepared?
I would not know, or at least we've covered what I would be interested in.
Confirm your suspicions about the dwarf. Go ahead.
I do not want to hear the exaggerated scuttlebutt about a potential
The way that ox sways when it walks.
you disgust me.
I shouldn't. The dwarf should.
Who usually uses the innermost or the southern end? Like, what prominent
It's usually
individuals?
with a 21. Usually there are there's like banquet halls.
Mhm.
It's usually for parties.
So that's not a particular individual's resort house. Basically, it's not for one person. It's just
No, it's like
a utility area, rather.
I mean
Kind of.
the it's they kind of set up the partying area in the corner so that uh you don't have to watch the help clean.
Mm. Uh,
You don't
relative.
party in your own castle because then
Oh yeah,
you're
because then
hung
you've got a
over and
mess.
well, you're hung over and they're cleaning.
Right. So, relative to parties and events, when would these disappearances happen? Like before, during, after, uh, or just completely unrelated? Or is there a party every night? Is the other possibility.
I mean, yeah, parties are very frequent. Um and it's hard to gauge when it would happen, right? Cuz
Because you don't know which party it was relative to.
yeah, you don't know what it's usually the next day that people notice though that they're missing.
Okay, so well, that would be the end of the spell. So I'd go ahead and share that we have a semi-free, yeah, a semi-frequent missing persons case. That every once in a while, someone working in the innermost area just goes missing during or after a party.
Sire gasps and says, "You don't think the commander's brother came here for work, disappeared from here?"
I was thinking more along the lines of either a vampire or inadequate defenses against a Strix.
Ooh,
Something
aerial
mundane.
abductions.
But
I
there's
think
never any information about where they went. No one notices until the following day.
It seems like an awful lot of disappearances for nobody to take notice.
And I think Drake's party would be well enough prepared for a Strix.
I'm sure it's not. This would be a divergence, a side quest, if you will. That do we want to continue investigating this?
I'd say that's up to the captain.
Who's not here at the moment?
Yeah.
True.
So I guess the ones that went inside will get their opinions, and then someone will run it down to the captain.
I feel like Saki would get excited at the idea of vampires, and would
Because of a book she read, or
hypothetically, yeah.
So, which variety of vampires do we have to disillusion her about?
I bet it's the sparkling kind.
Very unlikely.
so
What,
that's
that
not.
it was the sparkling kind, or
Yeah,
that
that-
we have to disillusion?
Hey,
feel
hold
like,
on.
I feel like the
Vampires.
idea
Hold on.
that it's
Vampires are only
sparkling-
made in a specific part of Ustalav. Anything else is just sparkling undead.
I feel like interest in sparkling vampires is a vast misread of Saki's character.
All I know about the character is that she likes touching things, especially if she doesn't have permission.
Bro, she's like decked out in goth shit. She's got giant, huge goth boots, and like she wears a fucking goth dress.
Well,
No,
stilettos.
she wears everything
Oh, true. Good
that
to
is
find the
as
boots yet.
expensive as possible.
Right, but like she gets it real edgy.
I think that part's
I don't
mixed.
remember any descriptions of clothing other than expensive.
She uses
Well,
katanas.
expensive's definitely been a part of it, but
They're not katanas. They're elven curb swords.
So
Saki's
yes,
100%
the
a
elven
Molgoth.
weeb sticks.
Privileged Molgoth.
Yeah, Saki is 100% a privileged Molgoth.
I really think she'd be disillusioned by the fact that there's no such thing as sparkling vampires.
I don't think she would be into sparkling vampires.
No,
even
she seems
remotely.
like she'd be more into the kind of vampires that are
like
dark and brooding.
actual vampires.
Yeah.
We're talking
Nosferatu.
like Interview with a Vampire, not fucking Twilight.
Actually, yeah, that makes more sense.
Either way, she is probably hype for vampires. If
Yeah.
that's even remotely suggested as a possibility, which she would be here.
Yeah,
so,
not in the tent with the ox.
Oh my god, no. Why would you even suggest that?
Saki sleeping with an ox? I don't think so.
Man. It's gonna be a weird one to explain to somebody's gotta fill him in on what's happened this session.
So we talked about vampires, then your character got really
So-
into it.
It's like, what did
I feel like
miss?
I feel like this is one we might need to consult as far as the accuracy of this statement.
Maybe, but
Preferably with no context. Just how into vampires is Saki?
yeah, don't tell him anything else. How into vampires suck. Yeah, I mean, you guys can stay the night, and then I don't know what you guys are doing the next day, but
Probably consulting with Val.
yeah, probably.
Oh, I would have assumed we'd send a runner to, one of us would go talk to Val about this
Yeah, how
missing
far away
persons
actually
case,
are we here?
like
Like,
immediately.
yeah, they're just outside.
I get the feeling we're a ways away.
I mean, it's
I don't
not
know why.
it's not super far, but
And
yeah, I mean,
and we also came in around midday. It would be mid-afternoon by
I
the
mean,
time
like,
we're
this is
doing
a fancy
this.
place, but it's no quarantine.
Okay, yeah. In that case, yeah, fuck it. Val will be into hunting down some potential vampires. I mean, it's a good distraction, and she's looking for a distraction right now.
And who knows, we may
Maybe we
either
can simply ask the
inconvenience
vampire.
or befriend a someone well off and bum a ride off with them down the river. Or we could just sow chaos into their little resort.
I was gonna say we can if anything we can at least request that the vampire better choose his targets.
Like
That the
as
wealthy
long
are
as the
far more.
vampire.
Why? They're never gonna do anything about it.
Well, just that the wealthy are more. They have better blood,
Richer blood.
richer blood.
Apparently, I'm the only one that sees why that wouldn't work.
Because the vampire is likely amongst the wealthy.
No, as soon as soon as you start doing it to the wealthy, that's when they start taking action.
Oh no! All you have to do is spread a rumor during a party that this so and so has found a new hideaway resort that they're gonna go to. I don't think it'll pay off for them. What? I think they're blowing smoke up our asses. Suddenly, the wealthy disappear and no one questions it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we figuring out how we're going to stop these abductions, or how we're going to increase their efficiency?
yes, feng
Redirect.
shui. Yeah,
You use evil for good.
are you me?
I'm not. I don't like this. This is a weird conversation.
The ends justify the means.
They really do not.
Yeah, we just tell the vampire to kill people we don't like.
We take all the abductions over here and we just put them over there.
So let me tell you, there's a place far from here. It's called Agorian.
Wonderful place.
Just go
Great
over
people.
there, kill as many people as you want. They're not actually people. It's fine. They're bureaucrats. I don't respect them.
Are we
I don't
finished
Say
for
they're
the night?
Puritans.
It kind of sounds like it.
I mean,
Sounds like we're kind of checking out.
yeah, kind of.
I-
In fact, you know what? It's 10:15. I'm gonna kill off old Stremo, and then we can continue to shitpost if needed.
All right,
I mean-
I'm gonna head out. I'm